Hiya folks, I hope you're enjoying these daily chronic illness blogs that some of you have asked for. There is now a playlist on the YouTube channel, so if you look on the front page of the YouTube channel you will find that. And as you can probably tell from my voice, we've got something to talk about today in that I'm under the weather. So I've been in Stockholm for over a week now. Got here last Saturday morning, it's now the weekend following, and I've been dealing with pain, which presents its own challenges. I get it a lot when I travel. And inevitably, because I've been travelling, meeting lots of people, shaking lots of hands, hugging lots of people, and even though I delayed my biologic, which I do a lot of the times before I travel, because I'd rather have the pain and a better immune system than the other way around, I'm ill. My voice is sore, my throat is on fire, and the top of my chest is on fire, which worries me because normally when I feel it track down, I'm asthmatic, and being immunosuppressed, which is a word I'm struggling to say with this voice, that normally doesn't end well for me when I get down there. So I'm no like clock watch and knowing that my flights aren't until tomorrow late morning, and I just want to get on the plane and get home, and before this gets worse. So I'm sort of taking lots of paracetamol and codeine for my pain and everything, and that's kind of keeping a lid on it, but when it wears out, I feel rough. So clearly there's something infectious viral going on there, which sucks. So I want to share this because when I do these weeks, particularly these advocacy weeks, and you'll be able to see some of my advocacy stuff on another new playlist we've got called Advocacy. Again, you can find that on the front page of the YouTube channel. People see the wins, they see the pictures of aeroplanes and the remote locations and the hotel rooms and think it's all glory, and I don't want people to have an unrealistic bar. I don't want people thinking that I'm succeeding with my chronic illness and therefore you're failing. It's complete nonsense, because I come and do these things and I get sick too, and I suffer and I get upset and I wish I was at home and I miss my support network and it impacts my mental health. And I also had that whole missing out. Last week I spent over £200 on evening wear for reception dinners that were taking place this week as part of, so I was doing the conference during the day, and then you get invited to lots of dinners, but it's an opportunity as a patient to rub shoulders with doctors and professionals and industry, and build those connections and get that patient experience across. And I haven't been able to go to any. I've had to prioritise being well enough to go to the conference, which I already missed one day of the 3 because I was ill. It's just depressing. I bought a new tux and suits and shoes, and they're all just sitting in my suitcase behind me, ready to go home, completely unused, and it was money I didn't really have. My dog was in the vets last week, for anyone that follows on social media, and that cost £700-800. It's money I don't have, and that's money I spend to try and compete's the wrong word, but to make the most of the opportunities I get presented to me. I'm well aware that I'm fortunate and I get more opportunities than most to, exercise my patient voice and share my lived experience. And I'm well aware that I also am representing people that don't have that opportunity. So I take that responsibility really seriously. So then when I can't because I'm unwell, it's sad, sad. But I've got my tears all out of the way. Had all my emotional wobble earlier in the week. Kind of accepted, and I'm proud as well. I'm proud that I put my health first. I'm proud that I didn't attend a reception dinner and a ball and all these other things that I could have done, which would have been great for the Instagram. But it's not what I'm here for. It's not why I do these things. I do these things for the advocacy, the policy making, the change, the conversations. I don't do it for what looks good on Insta or social media. Hence, I'm doing this video sounding and looking like crap. I just want to share that because it's really important that when you see all the good stuff on social media, you also see this reality, and that's me, bag packed, desperately waiting to go home before I feel sicker. Counting down the hours until I'm back home with my son, because when I get home tomorrow night, it'll be only the 16th night in June that I've slept in my own bed You know, every other night I've been doing advocacy stuff. So what is it now? It's now like what, the 29th? That'll be the 30th of June tomorrow, and it'll only be this. I've only spent half of the month in my own bed, and that sucks. It's time away from my son. It's time away from my wife. There's pressure on my wife when she's at home looking after, you know, my little one and the dog, and a sick dog as well this week. You know, it sucks. And my flight will get in around 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, Sunday, and 8 o'clock Monday morning. I'll be back at work in the day job. And I'm not saying that to get like any pats on the back or anything. I'm saying it because it's the reality. People look at the Instagram or whatever, and they only take what they want to see, the wins, the pros, the positives, and they dismiss all the other stuff, and it's nonsense. It's important that you see that that's the reality, that I will get back tomorrow night. I'll be exhausted, ill, and less than 12 hours later, by the time I get home and unpacked and walk the dog, I'll be back at work in a day job in the NHS. And that's what it really looks like to be an advocate. So if you're seeing very filtered, limited view from other places at these things, just know that as a person with this condition, doing this stuff, it sucks, it's hard. You have to suffer, but we suffer for a better tomorrow. We suffer to improve patient outcomes. We suffered in the hope that if my son, heaven forbid, gets diagnosed with my condition, he hopefully has a better life than the one I had to have growing up. So I hope that helps, guys. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying these daily blogs, if you want me to carry them on, even when I'm home, back in land of boring regularity and routine. And until next time, hopefully next time you hear from me, I'll be safely back in the UK. Thanks for all your support this week, guys. I've really needed it and appreciate it. Bye-bye.